Moi remets Haiti chéri. Moi t'ai vraiment envie fait l'amour. It's a little Creole there, a little Haitian Creole. Um, so I wrote up this paper. It's called Minustah Cholera: How America Fucked Over Haiti and Will Continue to Rape Her. And I analyzed the relationship between the United States and Haiti in recent history and in far history. And it's been a long, tumultuous, um, relationship. So here we go. Okay. So the 2004 coup d'état. In 2004, the despised racist imperialist American president and recently deposed George W. Bush, he ordered a direct shit into the legacy of Toussaint Louverture's first black republic. The first black republic is Haiti. Haiti Chérie. It's the birthplace of human rights. And after 200 years of black independence, by ordering another successful coup d'etat of Haiti's twice democratically elected leader, Jean-Bertrand Aristide, George W. Bush shows that he does not care about the sovereignty of Haiti, nor does he care about their legacy of being a free, black, independent republic. And you cannot occupy a mountainous region. You've not been able to do it. So for us to meddle in the affairs of Haiti is ridiculous. So in 2004, there's a coup d'etat. Jean-Bertrand Aristide. He's the first democratically elected president in Haiti's history. So that makes him Haiti's George Washington. First democratically elected president. And this is the second time. This is the second time that we've had a coup d'etat against him. Another one that happened under Daddy Bush in 1991. So Aristide was elected in the 1990s. We kidnapped him and exiled him to America. And then in 2004, George W. Bush, that was Daddy Bush, who kidnapped him and exiled him to America. Then in 2004, they exiled him to South Africa. So once again, the United States adds another stain in the long, shitty relationship between America and Haiti in 2004 by ordering the second coup d'etat of the twice democratically elected president. In 1804, Haiti rightfully declared her sovereign independence. Haiti was the second country in the Western Hemisphere, in fact, to declare their independence. America would have been the first. So you would think, since right at the same time frame they're declaring independence, that they would have more in common with each other. There's a historical parallels. But 200 years later, in 2004, George W. Bush did something that Francis Napoleon Bonaparte wasn't able to do. He toppled Haiti's government. And Aristide, he went peacefully and willingly, just as Toussaint Louverture did. It turned out that their so-called white friends weren't friends at all. With allies like America, who needs enemies? So Jean-Bertrand Aristide, he's Haiti's first elected president. Haiti is the second independent country in the Western Hemisphere after the American Revolution. In 2004, the United States government under George W. Bush, with Jacques Chirac's France and Canada's financial and military support, they finally got rid of Jean-Bertrand Aristide. And Jean-Bertrand Aristide was a populist Catholic priest turned president. And that's who they tried to get rid of before, 10 years earlier, in 1991 to 1994. This was under American President Daddy George H.W. Bush the first, and under President Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton inherited the legacy. So Jean-Bertrand Aristide, just like Oscar Romero, who is another priest, aka CIA foe, who believed in liberation theology and for helping the poor. Both liberation theology and for helping the poor is what the United States absolutely refused to tolerate. They can't stand anybody who wants to actually stand up for the poor. They can't stand anybody who believes in liberation theology, that your spirituality should lead towards liberation. Baby Bush sent Aristide to South Africa. So George W. Bush in 2004 exiled Aristide to South Africa. Bill Clinton considered continuing the fucking of Jean-Bertrand Aristide over, but instead the Clinton administration decided to be Mr. Peacemaker. This is the 90s, and he changed his mind after he held him for 3 years. And so Bill Clinton rightfully restored Aristide back into power after forcing Aristide to promise free market neoliberal policies so that he could complete a second non-consecutive term. Or his first non-consecutive term, to promise in 1994. Black Colin Powell, America's Secretary of War at the time, he knew about the 2004 coup d'etat. And he also probably knew about the many other coup d'etats too, such as the one Daddy Bush attempted in 1991, which eventually failed. So it's not any surprise that Baby Bush did not like Haiti's Haiti Aristide, since Daddy Bush also hated him. Baby Bush hates anybody that Daddy Bush hates. Baby Bush ousted Saddam Hussein for the same reasons he ousted Aristide, to finish his pussy father's unfinished business. In order to gain your father's love, you gotta hate the same people he hates. And so he hated Aristide, he hated Saddam Hussein. Baby Bush goes on and tackles those issues. So anybody who had thought that the Iraq War was just for freedom and democracy, as Bush was saying, this is not true, because that invasion happened in 2003, and then Haiti's invasion happened in 2004. So 2004, there's another coup d'etat, 2004. So Daddy Bush, he used Tonton Macoute in 1991. Daddy Bush had lots of Tonton Macoute on the CIA payroll, and he ordered the CIA to oust the same exact Jean-Bertrand Aristide on September 29th, 1991. Daddy Bush rounded Aristide up in 91 and exiled him into the United States. George W. Bush used the same people that George H.W. Bush used. So they're using the Tonton Macoute, Baby Doc and Papa Doc. They're using their legacy, FRAPH, F-R-A-P-H. So they're using former Tonton Macoute people to do their biddings, to be their minions, to do their dirty work. So they're using the Tonton Macoute. Baby Bush paid Jean-Pierre Baptiste and Louis Jodl Chamberlain to conduct the coup d'etat in 2004, and both Baptiste and Chamberlain were members of FRAPH, aka the Tonton Macoute, during the early 1990s, when Bush I ousted Aristide the first time. Both Haitian terrorists Raoul Cedras and Michel Francois were on the CIA payroll, and they, along with Philip Biambi, were the main leaders in the 1991 Haitian coup d'etat. 91 coup d'etat included Raoul Cedras, Philippe Biambi, and Michael Francois. So Michel Francois is Michel Sweet Mickey Martelly's buddy, and that's Haiti's current president. So Haiti's current president, Michel Sweet Mickey Martelly, could very well be a Tonton Macoute CIA American plant. It is kind of odd that in the first black republic you don't have a black president, but in white America you got a black president. From 1991 to 1994, Bush I and Bill Clinton continued to finance the Tonton Macoute, such as Emmanuel Constant, the leader of FRAPH, aka the Boogeyman. The Tonton Macoute, they're the ones that called the Rabateau Massacre, April 22nd, 1994. And overall, the American-backed Tonton Macoute has murdered at least 5,000 Haitians. After the September 29th, 1991 coup d'etat, Raoul Cedras began to rule Haiti. Raoul Cedras was straight up CIA. Raoul Cedras was Central Intelligence Agency. So Raoul Cedras was chosen by Paris, France, and Washington in America to be in charge of security of the Haitian elections in 1990 to 1991. After Aristide won, Raoul Cedras became the commander-in-chief under Aristide before the September 29th, 1991 coup d'etat. The United States is responsible for over 5,000 Haitian deaths in the early 1990s. So the early 1990s, when this coup d'etat was going on, and America was supporting the uprising against Aristide, when they were supporting the Tonton Macoute, they killed 5,000 people, and 5,000 Haitians is 1/6 of the Haitians that Papa Doc had killed. So Papa Doc is worse. He's killed more Haitians than America has, and including the Marines when they invaded in 1950. There's 2,500 that had died. So that's still not the level that Papa Doc had killed. The total body count, though, there's 1.5 million dead in Iraq. So Bush can claim a higher body count than Papa Doc. So Bush the first, the elder Bush, Papa Bush, he showed an even greater threshold for ignoring human misery and barbarity, which he had ordered. Daddy Bush ordered the CIA-led coup d'etat. He also instituted a blockade against the rush of Haitian immigrant refugees washing up on Florida's shore. So Daddy Bush does a coup d'etat, sends Haiti into chaos, and now you have all these Haitians that are swimming to Florida and they're trying to get in, and Daddy Bush is pushing them back. So Daddy Bush fucks up their political situation, and then when they try to get into America to save themselves from the political chaos that Daddy Bush had started, Daddy Bush is pushing all the Haitians back into the country of chaos that he had created. So it feels like the shock doctrine. Just shock the country into paralysis, and then institute neoliberal free market policies so that way American business interests are taken care of. That's what Uncle Sam cares about, is their business interests. That's mostly what they're cared about. Freedom, human rights, democracy, these aren't even values we hold here. Bradley Manning's still in prison. He's the whistleblower who told the truth about the war. And democracy, most of the people do not vote. Democracy is ruled by the people, and most of the people do not participate in our government. So he showed a really high threshold for not giving a shit. Daddy Bush did not care about the Haitian people, nor did he really care about the government. They only care about manipulating and controlling them. Bill Clinton would criticize Daddy Bush's human rights violations, but then later on, Bill Clinton would hypocritically do the same thing before finally doing the right thing. Bill Clinton held him for 3 years. 3 years. Okay? So, he didn't have to. He could have restored him into power as soon as he got back, but he did not. Daddy Bush, George Herbert Walker Bush, in the United States Coast Guard, sent a total of 42,000 Haitians back to their country, which had descended into chaos after Daddy Bush's 1991 coup d'etat. When Daddy Bush orchestrated, he overthrew the Haitian government. Orchestrated the overthrow of the Haitian government. After demolishing their government, the United States then forced Haitian refugees to accept the fate of the bloody, draconian, hardline, authoritarian regime under Raul Cedras, which nobody in the world recognized as legitimate except for Uncle Sam, a.k.a. White America, and the Vatican. In 1992, Mark Bazin, a former World Bank president, was installed by the U.S. as Prime Minister of Haiti to help the white American bankers, like the National City Bank boys that Smedley Butler, I think Butler talked about, the Marine major. 1992, they installed a former World Bank president, which shows their economic interest in Haiti, which is to help the white American bankers take all of Haiti over. And it was only until 1994, after international outrage and a United Nations condemnation, did President Bill Clinton order Operation Uphold Democracy. In 1994, he reinstalled Aristide back as Haiti's rightful president. Jean-Bertrand Aristide was removed from power by the U.S. twice after being democratically elected twice in 2 non-consecutive terms, after the U.S. had already overthrew him. So 91, 94, he's kicked out. He's replaced back in 94. He runs again, he loses the election. There's another president in Haiti. Then the election after that, in 2000, he wins again. And then when he wins again, 2004, Baby Bush kicks him out again. So all of history is just repeating himself. But it does show the resilience of Jean-Bertrand Aristide. Even though he had been taken out, he still tried again. He still wanted, still fought to become president again. And the Haitian people liked him. The Haitian people wanted him to be president. That's why they elected him again. He's a rightfully, democratically elected leader. If America cares for democracy, why do we keep on kidnapping these people that are democratically elected? If we support Haitian democracy and they democratically elected a president, why don't we support that? Because we don't support democracy or human rights. We support business interests. What's in our business interests? And he's talking about helping the poor. He's talking about liberation theology. And he's also talking about reparations from France, since France had put this crippling debt on them when they declared their independence, and they've been paying these reparations, which had been a major catalyst in spiraling Haiti into chaos.